My name's Danny Watson, my landed number is 3180. I play Les and Mr. Bruce. Hey, you.
What?
Come here, come on.
Oh, Alice, come on, I want to get to school.
That makes a bloody change.
We're going out on a trip.
Now listen, are you listening? You don't cross the road without the assistance of the lollipop man. And that's me.
But there's nothing coming.
Now just you listen. I know it might look as though there's nothing coming, but how do you know that a car or a truck and you can spin out that side road, eh?
Never thought of that.
No, you didn't. You never do. None of you. That's what the government asked me to after all.
Alice!
Hey, where are you going today then?
Somewhere far away. I forget.
You'll go.
Only the kids in a progress class.
What's that?
The progress class. Miss Kay's class. You go down in the middle of the week. If you can't do sums and writing, if you're backwards like.
Oh, Christ, I bet she's kept busy. All bloody backwards round here.
Come on, I want to get there.
Just hold it there. Come on.
Right, everyone, just and I promise I will get you all sorted out. Okay. Those of you who have permission to come on a trip, I want you to stand over here with me, okay?
Miss, tell me, miss.
I'm really sorry, Ryan, it's a trip to the progress class.
Hey, we used to be in the progress class though.
I know, but you're not anymore. Now you can read and you can write properly back in normal classes. You know I take you, but I can't, I'm sorry. Who's your form tutor?
Ruthie.
Okay, you'll have to get his permission then.
Oh, you're ace, miss.
Brian,
Yeah.
really note.
What for, miss?
Because I wasn't born yesterday, Brian Riley, and I know that if I tell you you can go, you'll just hide behind the corner for 10 minutes and then come back and say he said you could go.
As if we do a thing like that, miss.
Okay, miss. Going to Colby Travel.
Is that in England?
It's in Wales.
We have to get a boat.
No, we're going on a coach. Look, it's late, you can go on now. Go on, you can all go on now.
Stop right there.
Oh, they said we can get on.
Is Miss Strong's coach? No, she's not. I am. And if I say you don't get on, you don't get on.
Hi, Clover, is there a problem?
Are you in charge of all this lot, ma'am?
Yeah.
Well, you haven't checked him, have you?
Checking for what?
Shall I put around aid? I'm sorry, I don't know it. 52 fucking kids. Not going to happen.
Try that. Can I have a word with you in private? Do these look like the sorts of streets that house prosperous parents?
Well, we usually don't do the best schools.
Okay, you don't like these kids, I understand that, but do you have to cause them so much pain?
What have I done?
The kids with me today don't know what it is to even look at a bar of chocolate. Lemonade never even passes their lips. These are the children who stand outside shop windows in the pouring rain, looking and longing, and never getting. Even at Christmas, when your kids from the best schools are opening presents and singing carols, these kids are left to wander the cold, cruel streets.
Miss, you said we could come with you.
Yeah, Brian, do you have a note?
You didn't give us one.
Okay. We'll have to deal with them the best way we can.
What, dickheads? Move!
What for?
Because we came the back seat. That's why.
You're not even in the progress class,
We used to be, yeah. Respect your elders. Move!
Riley, Dixon,
But
sit
sir,
down!
we was only...
Sit down now! Come on, move! Sort yourselves out. You've got some real wise spouts here, Mrs. Kane. Oh, wrong bunch.
I think we'll be quite alright when we come to look after us.
There's a few of them I could sling off right now.
Are you coming with us then?
The boss thought it might be a good idea if you had an extra member of staff. Right, listen. We don't want you to think that we don't want you to enjoy yourselves today. Because we do. But a lot of you haven't been on school visits, so you won't know how to enjoy yourselves. So I will tell you, to enjoy a coach trip, we sit nicely in our seats. We don't wander up and down the aisles. We talk quietly to our neighbours, not shout at our mates 4 seats down. Are you listening, girls? We look nicely out of the windows at the scenery and we don't do anything else. Don't worry, I've driven in my car behind school coaches and sceneries. A mass of little hands raised in 2-fingered gestures to passing cars. Yes. But we won't be doing that, will we?
No.
Will we?
No, sir.
It's all right, Mrs. K, I'll deal with it. Mrs. K, I'll deal with it. Bite me. Wake up!
Who, me, sir?
Riley, go and sit at the front.
What for, sir?
Never mind what for, just do as you're told, lad. Andrews, come here. How long have you been smoking, Andrews?
I don't smoke, sir. Since my day, sir.
And how old are you now?
13, sir.
What do your parents think about it?
Well, my mum, she doesn't really say anything. When my dad gets home, he beats me, sir.
Because you smoke.
No, sir, because I won't give him one.
Your father gets to see the things.
What? No, sir.
You said when he comes home, I thought you meant he was aware of.
He is, but he doesn't see.
What does he do?
I don't know, sir. He just comes round now and again, asks round and round, and then goes away again. I think he tries to get money off her, but she won't give it him. She hates him. We all hate him.
Look, why don't you promise yourself that you'll give up smoking? You must realise it's bad for your health.
I do, sir. I've got a terrible cough.
Well, why don't you pack it in?
I can't, sir.
13 and you can't stop smoking?
No.
You better not let me catch you at it again. Now, just look at that over there.
What?
What? Can't you see? Look, those buildings. Don't you ever bother looking at what's around you?
It's only the dock, sir.
You don't get buildings like that anymore. Just look at the work that must have gone into that.
Do you like it down there, sir?
I'm often down here at weekends, taking notes, photographs. Are you listening, Riley? There's a wealth of history that won't be here much longer.
Me old man works down here, sir.
What does he think about it?
He hates it.
His job or the place?
The whole lot.
Will you tell him to stop and have a look at what's around him? Yes, he might see things a bit differently then. Linda Cropsley,
Yeah?
what sort of outfit's that for a school visit?
What?
Don't you what me, young lady? You know very well that on school visits you wear school uniform.
Well, Miss Caleb said nothing about it.
You're not talking to Mrs. K.
Yeah, I know.
Now listen here, young lady, I don't like your attitude one bit. I'm warning you. Any more unpleasantness off you on this trip, and I'll see to it it's the last you ever go on. Is that understood? Is it?
Yeah.
Better add baby.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to stop off at the shop, okay? We've got about 10 minutes. Here we go.
Stop! Later walk! You might come here! Come here! Now stop! All of you stop!
Miss Briggs, I really don't...
Ronson, come here!
Miss Briggs, as long as I don't...
Alright, Mrs. K. Now just where do you think you are?
Sir, Wales?
Stop skipping! And don't let me catch you at it again! Now go on, walk! Now, Mrs. K, what was it you wanted?
I just thought you might want to have a little sit down for a few minutes.
To be quite honest, Mrs. K, I think we should all be in there looking after them. There's not only our school to think about, you know. There's others that come here after us, and they're dependent upon the goodwill of the people that run these places.
Well, considering the profit that they make out of the kids, I don't think they have very much to worry about.
You know, I'll have to say this to Mrs. K. There are times when I really think you're on their side.
I have to say this to you, Mr. Briggs. I never asked you to come on this trip.
No, but the headmaster did. And so you can see, with those claws, it could give you a very nasty mark.
And could it kill you, sir?
Well, why do you think it's kept in a pit?
I think that's cruel. Don't you?
No, I think it's treated well. And don't forget, it was born in captivity. It won't know any other sort of life.
I'll never say.
How do you know? Because that's just told to us, Nick. If it's born in the cage, with all its life in a pit, then it won't know anything else. So it won't know anything else with it.
Why does it kill people?
What's that got to do with it?
It kills them because they're cruel to it. They keep it in a pit, and when it gets out, it's found someone who will kill people.
Sir, tell him to shut up. He's thick.
I'm not thick, sir. It must know better.
No what?
Sir, he's nuts!
It must know about other ways of living, sir. You know, free not the way people stop to live in. It's only angry because people always stood looking at it. If it was free, it wouldn't bother people at all.
I wouldn't be so sure about that one.
Sir's right. Bears kill you because it's in them to kill you.
So go to the children's room.
Let's go to the big one.
It's
We go to the
alright.
children's room.
Oh, walk properly!
See if the teacher's let you in, Con.
Oh yeah? How you all getting on? Still applying your questions?
Yes, they've been, very good.
Good. I'm just going to get some coffee. Do you want to join me?
I was actually just on my way to the...
It's alright, sir. We'll go on our own.
Yeah, come on then, fine.
But can I trust these people on their own?
Go on, sir. You can trust us.
Alright then, Mrs. Kane, we'll trust them to act responsibly.
Come on.
They're great, aren't they?
They're lovely. Hey, you're not supposed to be touching them. Come on. Fine. I'll get my own. I'm going to call mine Freddie. Hiya, Freddie! Freddie! Hello, Freddie!
You two, off. Go on, move.
Why?
Just go!
I was talking this way to children.
Yes, and I'm talking to you, Mrs. K. This has got to stop, this has.
What has?
What has? Can't you see? It's a shambles. The whole ill-organised affair. Just look at what they did at the zoo. Just look at them here. They're just left to race and chase and play havoc. God knows what the castle authorities must think. Look, when you bring children like ours into this sort of environment, you can't afford to just let them go free. They're like, hand off, let off the lid in the country. My God, for some of them, it's the first time they've been further than Birkenhead.
Oh no, I was just thinking, it's a shame, really, isn't it? We bring them to a crumbling pile of bricks and mortar. They think they're in the fields of heaven.
You are on their side, aren't you?
Absolutely, Mr. Briggs. Absolutely.
Look, all I want to know from you is what you're going to do about this chaos.
Well, I'd suggest that if you want this chaos to stop, then you should stop seeing it as chaos. Okay, the headmaster asked you to come along, but can't you just relax? There's no point in pretending that a day out is going to furnish them with the education they should have had long ago. It's too late for them. Most of them were rejects on the day they were born. We're not going to change anything today. Can't we just give them a nice day out? At least we could try and do that.
And that's a fine attitude, isn't it? That's a fine attitude for a member of the teaching profession to have.
But what's your alternative? Even if you can, do you really think you can educate these kids, my remedial kids? Because you're a fool if you do. You won't educate them because no one wants them educating.
Look, Mrs. K.
No, you look, Mr. Briggs. grades. You look and perhaps you'll stop fooling yourself. Teach them. Teach them what? You won't teach them anything because nobody knows what to do with them. 10 years ago you could teach them to stand in a line, to obey, to expect nothing more than some lousy factory job. They don't even have that to hope for now. They were born to be factory fodder, but even the factories are closed down.
And I suppose that's the sort of stuff you've been pumping into their minds, is it?
You really think that they will understand?
Look, I'm not going to spend any more time arguing with you. You may have been the one that organised this trip, but I'm the one the headmaster sent to supervise. And rather you take control of the children in your charge, or I'll be forced to abandon this visit and order everybody home.
That's your decision. But I suggest that if you want to abandon this visit, then you should start walking, because we're not going home. We're going to the beach.
The beach?
Well, you're not going to the seaside, not going to the beach.
Carol Chandler, just come here. Who gave you permission to come up here?
No one.
I'm talking to you, Carol Chandler. Now just listen here, young lady.
Don't come near me.
Well, in that case, just get yourself moving. Let's get down to the beach.
You go, I'm not coming.
You what?
Tell Mrs. Kay that she can go home without me. I'm stopping here, in Wales.
Now just you listen to me. I've had just about enough today. Just about enough. And I'm not putting up with a pile of silliness from the likes of you. Now come on.
Try and get me, and I'll jump over.
Look, stop being so silly. I'm warning you, I'm giving you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm warning you, 5!
I told you I'm not coming down with you.
Just what are you trying to do to me?
I knew that. Leave me alone and I won't jump. I want to stay here, where it's nice.
Stay here? Stay here? How could you stay here? What would you do? Where would you live?
I'll be alright.
Now I've told you, stop being so silly.
What do you want me for, eh? You don't even care, do you? Do you?
What? About you? Listen, if I didn't care, why am I here now trying to stop you from doing something stupid?
Because if I jumped over, you get in trouble when you get back to school. That's why Brixie. So stop going on. You hate me.
Don't be ridiculous. Just because I'm a school teacher, it doesn't mean to say that...
Don't lie, you. I know you hate me. I see you go home in the car, the way you pass us on the street, the way you look at us. You hate all those kids.
What makes you say that, eh?
Why can't you stay here and live in a nice white house and do the gardens in there?
Look, Carol, you're talking as though you've given up on life. You sound as though life for you is ending, instead of just beginning. No, I mean, if it's what you want, what's to stop you working out at school, getting a good job, and then moving out there when you're old enough, eh?
Don't be so freaking stupid. I've had a great day today. I loved it. And I don't want to go home. Though if I stay, it'd be no good. You sent the coppers out to get me.
We'd have to. How would you survive out here?
I'll be alright. I'm not going home.
Carol. Carol, please come away from there. Carol, please. Carol.
You've been my old fella. I would have been alright, wouldn't I?
Why?
So what happened to me doing this?
Nothing, I promise you.
You promised but when we get back to school,
It won't even be mentioned. Come on, all on, get on.
Back to school then.
To school? School? It's only early, isn't it? them all the way to the seaside, not there visiting the fair.
Dad's taking us to the fair. We're going to the fair.
Play your cards right, I might take even you for a ride on the waltzer.
Okay. Right. That was a good day, everyone. See you all tomorrow.
Night, sir.
So you enjoyed yourself today, so didn't you?
Hey,
Thank you.
Nothing left behind, no, Nanny. Got some gems in here.
you what?
I'll have one of these up in the staff room when we get home.
Oh, I've got an idea. I'll tell you what, I'm about to go and do some developing, and maybe I could do that in the science lab.
Would you?
Save you paying for it, won't it?
I don't know, using store facilities for personal use.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off for a drink. Do you want to come?
Nah, I'll do this. You enjoy yourself.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can't twist your leg.